This program is brought to you by Omama Royal Chocolate.
Delicious.
No, don't mommy be.
KTA Mobile.
It's the future.
Sam Estate. Slam Technologies.
The whole pen computer square wow. Teachers no wa butre no bet me at Shrewa and one Slam Technologies.
GhanaMats.com.
Fly Ethiopian Airlines, the new spirit of Africa, a Star Alliance.
Some pointers, we are the best.
Tiger Nut Powder. Eligible app.
Download it on Google Play and Apple App Store.
In fact, I can open a lot of messages. Kofi, don't invite him again. No. They say he's not a counselor. Kofi, Papa na yard never no. Yes, you are a counselor. Don't invite him again. We say ya on an interview. One who let an abano. Yes, you will be interview no crown ya do be court. Entino ya careful. Me see you, Mate. Messages in the baby. Dina me one na me say dey see one. Yeah, say mo. Whether I minimobia or a doctor. Na me bisa na say na doctor na ye dey him bia o say o a doctor we. Won say doctor na ye wo bi mo ko mu bie agiram wansem. A veterinary doctor. Aha. Any what doctor what panie. Any what doctor in education, any what doctor in way. Minimobia or friend who evangelist. Ubisa ne so nya evangelist na wo hia o say o no na de man ho. Obi so say adwuma na oye no de we anam kofo hu ne say oye na no mo frɛ ne sa te say de bible mu Christopher ye hunu wo mo a say de o mo si o mo ne ma say ah we de o ase Christoni de we oye ne ma na ase Christoni ne bae no enti titles no obi a ne kwan ofa so nya ne de enti ene me ne radio my say we de why say me yes. Many Councillor George Cyril Deben Sensing, but could be
Casting Sing. Yes.
Lutherodt.
Yeah.
And a wofi high. Baby didn't come up. Let it be about one thing. Don't in some can be, but complaints are minya ewa hono. I want to profile him this evening for us to know who he is, where he started from, what he makes of all this, and then Nayas assemble can be. Finally, Nayas is married. Obamana Ayiko anasa di asem and Obeka ede afa Nayas ho anyway. Councillor George Lutherodt emwakwaba.
KOFI TV bokodia.
Nyame adome ho ye pa. Nansen ebi jubilate. If I show you the people who are jubilating, you'll be surprised.
Okay.
Serious jubilation. But
unfortunately,
yes.
Yanka say agrona e cosminchi ahwefo nyinara me fa aseda kese e ma body line clothing for my suits and unhumi shoe de ba menda Mr. Young ase Unauthorized building num ha but auto shoe man dodo a no man bi ahye suits na me hye nso body line clothing mo ambe jam yen wo komase nyina ye na mbofo agi me da wase Jerry Justice me da mo nyina ase se mbebo aye ne ye de body line clothing yago see no jama ase kama adwuma ne ya baba ka ye adwuma wo Accra Central despite building no Accra Central gate 5 beto suit ni bi bro nya ye di nyama balada bomoden na beto bi mayen e wo Accra Central nti hona me yi suit kama ni shirt am ni she nti KOFI me di chanka se ma hwefo ni obi mo hye bia no mayen bi hye na KOFI asema bi sai no
but hwewe yo Sheila Yamwa Apenten was say isn't he banned from talking on TV or radio?
Okay.
Was about KOFI this interview there my little tea and Kameda Jam Esther Holali Lumo yada say one nana ayacho pepe was the nation's one and only counselor Kwabna Lloyd and Ocho and Nobaya was say are these the only people in Ghana? Okay. Damin or say, and we also say my band, how far? Hey, Nayabingi, band band. Welcome. Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, blueberries, Miss Ivy. Yeah, that's a part. Man, we are top fan and top sharer. Top fan for ni na mo share live ni na no mo badges ni na. Yeah, say for keeping us going. Was he is not a counselor, you Evelyn Fosuno Trebaya. Was it Massa? Don't allow him to talk on any TV station. Eunice Yeboah. There were some who were jubilating. Said you've been banned. Say men kasawo radio any TV show.
Yes, when Jesus died, some jubilated because freedom has come on earth. He was disturbing them. He was dealing with demons. He was casting out demons. He was healing people on the Sabbath. He was doing things that he thought was breaking the protocol. He was even crucified because he said he was going to break down the temple and build in 3 days. So when God calls you as a change agent, you should be ready for such things. I am a spirit being. I am spirit, body, and soul. So I don't walk like that. My catcher that will feed you say, I don't walk like that. So asema badi eka, ye nyina ye ndi nkomo, but don't trespass. Because ewia a etwa mu yi, and ewia afoforo ebe ye ochina, 7 days of visits to my mother who gave birth to me in the cemetery. I'm evoking the spirits of the coffin. I'm evoking the spirit of machete, chainsaw, and ghost to vindicate.
On this matter,
I'm telling you, this is not the first time. Kofi, Ghana was quiet about relationship. The devil was taking advantage of us in relationship until God worked on me and I broke the silence out. It is not today. So what is it? What is it? Medi one there. The Dana Odum who is a registrar. Medi Nideng. I'm doing my legitimate work. What must I say? If I break in any law in this country, take me to court. But it is more a spiritual exercise. I say if the God I worship is God, I have bet with God that let something happen. Some people must be buried for the ministry to go on. Some must die so that their ghost will support me in the cemetery. But if truly my mother gave birth to me, and I'm doing chedia, me suya dia abedu pempensui, enya kwa, mentra sekekeu, besi ene, enkrofu eta wo sunsum, enkrofu eta wo hunemu, enya de ketu akofi. What was here? Eti ma kom mami wakos, mami wo samado.
yeah, me so mami.
Ma se me kubesra ne debia, enti asem sise no me ko sra ne ka kire ne se. Encrophobia mean di won hwe asoreti ame. No more form gang as say adwumadi anyankopon dia mama as a change agent of this particular country in the world. And John Sorintia, and I evoke the power of the coffin of my mother. And activated all the spirits of the Lutherodt that are dead in the cemetery. Oh, yes, it's good. So quote me everywhere. Something will happen, that burial service will take place more. And one kasano. Yendin komo say yendin komo. Na shet na weni antra wonton. If you say, one ne papa da na mo tintin ye pa, eno nsesa se onye papa bi o. Bible kire say, time Noah, Nyankopon man ho kwan a o seek ark ni wiye no. De koba ne say, no kura ba ko no say, yesi na nani giye. And no dua wine, vine, and no no bi no bro ye, eni je bro so. Ne ba eko hwe na degemu. Na ni nwa no foforo no ba no, omo dani omo achi, and ntoma ko kataye. So we go backwards to cover fathers, to cover people who are saving us. We don't come naked. Obonidria, he cast him. So if God be God, and he has called me for an assignment as a reverend counselor in this world, not Ghana. Watch what you say, because I have activated the vengeance of God. Everybody, every individual.
That group, what is the name of
it's not a psychological council. The first group that started this thing were the Psychological Association. And I had to have an interview again to go and talk with Pagosi. Was it Aban, Francis Aban, on Joy Pause. I had to go and explain, and they went down quiet. Again, as I walk. Why do I walk? And I don't have a letter to. You've not even called me to caution me or something. If you are in an association, you are in any contravention of any of the rules governing a council, there are rules that causes them to ban you. You call the person, all right, because he has violated a rule. If you giving somebody license to operate, the licensure, this thing, you wanyama oya edema ufimu, and tinipa na bibi wa friend. But I'm working. Mitikromwa, me joining ko baby. I'm responsible for my comment and statement. Me actual letter ma IGP. Ya true bia ma me CEO. Me nya letter ni bio. The CEO of the biggest place I work. Ya man copy. What my IGP copy? Are you normal? If God doesn't speak, then I'm worshiping a stone. But I say God will speak. What is it? What is it? Obia woda na yema. O shebra de ba ye kachiro mame. So I went to ask my mother. You told me this is what God told you I can do to bring salvation to people. So I've been trained. I've gone to it. Why now people are fighting me? And I'm going to fight everybody. Spirit, body, and soul. It means that legally I'm ready for them. Socially I'm ready for them. You people in the media can be afraid. You say you won't call me. All right, don't worry. Be okay with that.
No, but me, I'm not afraid.
No, yes, but I'm telling you. Because I'm going to go all out. Kofi, it is not now that we started this thing. Me start here, Jumei. Because of who me nam hono. PPAG Ghana for. First time I HIV buy, giddy no. You a first group I training as HIV peer educators and counselors for HIV. UNFDA P4 or any Christian Council of Ghana. So that is when this door opened. Maybe a school, maybe a Juma, maybe a software Juma dada, maybe a software, maybe a madia, and then on my training here because I had the mileage of easily acquiring the knowledge. You know what so bad. Nyankumache ama ochre adia encheni achi. So I became a coordinator for group me a Juma with the young and wise. Me a my say training idea my and ye fan compare aban with Juma enye. So we were doing that. I roamed throughout the whole of this country. Every 1st December, Ukosha Records, our Ghana Ace Commission officer, Mikoji materials, a religious program. Go and check so many churches. Sukura, Dansoman, Osu, Atomic, Madina, Accra, Hayakaso Bika, HIV is a semper in lecture. Me. Radio Universe. Check Radio Universe. And then you started. But all those times I'm here at the end, George, Osafo George, Obifrao, Cyril, Etiekure Musa, TV Africa, Radio Unique FM. Now Fatima program be all year. We were on all this platform bringing sanity to the life of people who were living in this country. Then I entered into go and study counseling fully as a minister of God. So you go see a certificate, diploma. Ye thesis ni bibia. And yes san kan chair bio say. Adena ye no enti my secular employment. I am already a trained person who was working in a hospital. I don't want to give them advice, but I was working in a hospital. So I was gainfully employed doing my thing. But a banisana you can't say the interest is there. So I started doing my specialization courses and did all what I was supposed to do. By then, there was no council in this country.
Okay.
There was no council in this country. So when I graduated, you see, there's a funny story, and I said my mother's soul should not rest in peace. Let me tell you why.
Oh, mommy. Manenda.
She shouldn't. No, this Auntie Ali shouldn't sweep.
On your day?
I have caught her with my foot direct on the floor.
You know you 9 years from. On your day?
She has to rise.
No, on your day.
Some people must die for me to go ahead with my ministry. Quote me everywhere. And death must take place for peace to prevail. The Bible says that until the day that King Uzziah died, the book of Isaiah chapter says, Isaiah never saw the Lord. He was prophesying, but there was nothing happening. Because they were human beings who was Hosea. Hosea was an uncle, somebody close. So why would somebody close want to destroy you? What do I say? Obafo can send be nyansa semo ma dwe hu sa besi and they'll see Messi muni nkrofo ni nyina no. They played in different teams, and when they leave one team to the other, because of their previous experience, their price will change. And tinipa da say ni, o sesan ko be before you become more expensive and more valuable. enya homaso ne efi kroma ne ekọ nkrofo aman so ne enyomo kasa ye touch lives, we touch lives. Me too kwanko performance lives are touch me what Ghana say akra e wo group bia e wo asori kese wo hwa I do prayer line wo ha man nkrofo e me kasa I do relationship programs from here to the people me kasa no tie ni you enti e ba say start say agrodie wo TV so ayekom so kasa everybody needs a name to be remembered enti I was called Cyril meaning Vic Hammer Honorable Victoria Hammer in here started real talk e wo TV3 late night show heavy show pure relationship discussion but here me go suya African traditional religion. Na me masters Professor Nayas University of Ghana because na me dance drama, na me dance drama, me drama, me culture. So many awards from that level, regional awards, say wa Accra, because I Kumasi. So this people trained me. So I went to study African traditional religion. May he so rest in perfect peace. Me na na butterfly. Nyama be broni mo chire me nyina me sua igbe forward here me sua kranfo me ko tena Togo e ke sua sa nyama be bre e fa obi aware ho asante forward here igbe forward here edinto se ne yesie nipa de enti ayeye se me nyina na me sua e de ahya me ho din ama adwuma ya amaye enti na e ban so be say onim dodo ado ya igbe ni ana no kan igbe fo asem no I know where I'm going me ba na be sua kramofo som the English Quran I have a copy studied from right people who explain Quran to me, especially within the marriage area. So I was equipped to come and meet the world I'm going to meet. And I'm going to say, me bar market in move straight. As a preacher, I won't get anything out of them because the world we are meeting, I'm not talking to Christians. I'm talking to the whole world. So you need to have knowledge of every. Minya must be a not or bahar faith, and the cause and effect. On the one I'm going to see a cause and effect. So I have learned. And now na adesua ne dodo na wo ho no enye ni nyina na esua agi abodi nkrata ebi wo yesua e de ben ye ho me fi Ghana me go school wo China ade am go sua wo China is strange me go school no me nya obi a adamfo bi wo China o kire me am go sua fertility counseling ho ne etimi ye befa nti ade am go sua ba ya me ka say uhia be ma betima ma uhia oba me go sua wo ho na me ba or explain to them within the weeks I'm go school. That was what I went. And me nyamia dum and a nipo chire ma de no. Data me ka say ma me sorry ne say. Me yeah me nyama wie na ka 1 page of me thesis amateur. 1 page for graduation. Now Ransford I was say. Also for Ransford, I was joy. Yeah. No the last person to not topic amateur no. On can be. I mean Christian and sex. And you know I saw throw 1 page man on my sex therapy level 1. Na me fan kan me diploma thesis na me tro no ho na me fan koye me graduation 2004 me principal or me spiritual father professor oteho no okay say don't worry I understand you I mean blah 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 can you imagine some me nua aduane ye ko graduation because to your graduation gown ye chips bibia de ko ye ko do o me di ni list no on 2004 na me boss catch oh sorry I mean you know you've not finished your this thing so I finished the thing kept it down did other specialization courses with programs, other ones, and waited 2005 because of 1 page. You know what is my witness? He edited my work. What do I say? And you had the share credentials. Then we went through it, and the repetition came again. Then we formed what we call an association called counselors, Christian counselors, certified Christian counselors. Oboshi Sai KOFI in the time of the Minister of Information, Ewa Kufuor regime. On obey inaugurating Ewo Nat Hall as the 50th registered body with the Register General's Department for us to be members in good standing who are pastoral counselors who can speak. Even then, I was not called a counselor. I was doing my job. And he started Victoria Hammer show now kakran koso. Me a friend Cyril. After Crawford Fra. No, this man there Charlie. You don't call him Cyril. The guy has knowledge, power. He's supposed to be a counselor. So we all have a brand name for the job. Many Victoria Hammer. Any guy back your friend Leaky. And then he is the name we took up. And he about multi TV bar for front. That was when he started serious. And obeying one whatever guys were few or nafty. Then the name you go, yeah, counselor. I mean, so the counselor became a brand.
Okay.
So Counselor Lutherodt became a brand. That is why now, as I speak to you, it is in the Registrar General's Department as to trademark it, because when I left Ghana to US and I went to do the YouTube course, I was told, say, if you trademark your name, then you can have the leverage you are looking for it. So it becomes a trademark. It's now who glass, my flags, Councillor Lutherodt. It's a trademark. So it is more or less a brand name than the profession itself. But even all this time, me fan compare Juma baby because Juma me no e wo kolebu no sebio enye council Juma na me. But we are helping people to help them make informed decisions so many years now. Yet one day I actual letter. Me question psychology association but he's not part of what I'm saying. I'm not a psychologist because the time my boss told me say if you want to really practice and in the structure of even Ghana Health Service now you need pay you need psychologist also. Unless you go and become a clinician like a doctor, then you can decide to go and do that in your master's level, blah, 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 blah. Then you become under the Dental and Medical Council. Until now, there was no council for pastoral counseling. So, yeah, dear. And now, psychology for baby this, and I'm also Papa Neba radio. So, obey, yeah, my son, Obiadi because I leave him alone, leave him and I'm and no koda. Now, say I'm to Hobima, letter from Sundam IGP, copy. CEO of Kolebu Teaching Hospital, copy. Ghana Media Commission, President, copy. We copy. What is the reason here? Councillor Lutherodt said women with cut down hair might be under depression, and you read headlines and write a letter to me. Dana Odum, the registrar. That was the first letter that came out. I said they've not given me a copy, so I won't do what? I won't react. Until now, my CEO will call me and tell me, you hear OBCC. So then I decided Saturday, Pamno Chamno, I have following. As for those, anybody I'm telling who says they don't like me, that's the reason why I'm still on radio. My fans who hate me, who says, what does he want there? They are the reason why I'm still here because all of them, one after the other, are understanding the protocol. We just spoke to Dr. Charlotte. Yeah. The thing she's saying, is it the first time he's here in this country? No. You know, I've said it several times. But now they are applauding her and say they are answer because what? It is a confirmation of the things I've said before. No crania back home. And I because I'm Mrs. means Ronipa. Yampena Msuru. And letter back near the councillor is banned. You see, how? To ban somebody is somebody you have license and he has gone through the wrong way. Obiaka say, Medino check a form. My scandal, Makobo Buepo, Massa. Do you have any rules showing the offenses that I have done? Even if you have licensed me, have I done anything that warrants this defamation and this nasty thing written about me? The IGP, Onyameden. And the OT was to say, I know be the Mrani shed in some. What must I say? No, see, you are supposed to be arrested. No, about me, so about attacking me. Do you know what you've done to me? Won't say any Yansa or Yasim. Oba, enemy anka. Would me buy more paper with fee? I say, back clean fee who ye pa. Now, when you are to my AD Mancasa, and to Kofi, on Crawford the air can, nobody, quote me, nobody can ban me. Nobody. Me see, nobody can ban me. Because I'm not under anybody. What do I say? I'm not under anybody. And yet, where yes, pure vindictiveness and ahoya. Now, ya be fosun. Kofi me nyo bia bibia. My obi bibi boni bianca. Kai me can crave me can be me George Lutherodt. Me. I've never commented on any issue that is not on social media. You are my witness. Asema ember out no. Me nkabi. Umbi sama asema me nya dey. Me nkabi. So, obi so ya say, I don't do that. I don't look for attention. But in the space, if we don't bring right people to bring sanity in the space, we'll have the charlatans destroying the space. So psychological people who have gone to study clinical psychology, have I stopped anybody from talking? If I'm wrong, let the right people speak. Oh, let the right people speak. And I've met them several times. Who knew? People intentionally plan themselves. I want to meet this guy. When they come back to testify to, hey, what he's saying is true. What he's saying is true. Is that what I want to waste my time on them?
Yeah, me share be more. Me call US recently, Columbus, Ohio. A lot of people I met, I can share me say, Councillor Lutherodt asema o kano. Eya na ye no crew. So kwan your fa so kano.
Sana na me chair me. Jesus Christ was like that. When God put the spirit in him, he was straightforward. He tells you, repent. There's nothing wrong with that. Right now, I'm sitting on your channel right now. I'm not talking to everybody. Who the carpet? Let them wear it. Who the cafe? Let them wear it. What was it? And he kasa make us say, "Who am I? Go off." Now the fan hono obeti. Sabetie. Hwe me say nipa ba kwa me hwe no so. Anya me frɛ me was a channel ya man pupu me ti. Me tu chema no. Reverend Usu Ansa. Reverend Usu Ansa. He's the man I look up to on radio. People don't know this secret. This is the first time I'm sharing it.
Reverend Usu Ansa.
His style. Udi radio no to aduma ho machia. Yeah. Shabi awda. Yeah. Baby awdei. Empranche bonya da bemechia onya wo ho ade. Sakra. No yema show. And pants baby awda no so ukwa awashia. And he was consistent. Changed many lives. I didn't need to see him. But people were talking about his presentation. Open kojo chire. Kromua. Radio Gold. Ewiakete. 11 o'clock.
Why you no? No, but no. I said we are paying the Chelsea
because he was a teacher. When God called me, he called me with a different style. I am not an arrogant person, but the truth must be told. And I may kasane and found one. Shut up. Go and sleep. I don't care. Me started at the Obian Yamida. Nobody has insulted me for ever since I started this job. Nobody has insulted me. Everybody comes to express their mind. And I'm a catcher say, you can say what you want to say. But physically, if you attack me, I won't give you the grace. And if you touch me, I'll touch you back spiritually and kill you. And you Kofi, Ote asema Ghana psychology for the two jada na udum san ya. And one na yentro. Nobody has banned me. Nobody can ban me. I will continue speaking the truth. I will die with the truth, and I will stay the truth forever. So, as for my fans, those who hate me, those who wish I will not talk again, I came to remind you on KOFI TV that me jina ho poti no krenu ye ndai kan. Answer na mekon. Meka Nayas de kra KOFI ebisa me. Meka me de answer me fia. So KOFI, there's no cause of alarm. Number 2, me nya letter bia. Me nya letter nanka. I respond. But law na ma mene kan ho asem no. When you have an act according to the law, no, people were practicing before you came. So you invite them and assist them. To say one exam for to say Nkrofo no me delivery, midwives no me traditional birth attendants no. I mean they started to fight them off. By the end of the day they work. You're supposed to inculcate them, give them logistics, tell them what they can do. So that is how the thing is. So even if you have come and we are practicing, and I'm not even practicing counseling on TV or radio. As I'm sitting here, because nobody can counsel on TV. Nobody can counsel on radio because counseling professional, you can't do anything on radio. Helping people make an informed decision. No. And everything I say it emphatically based on scientific research that I have read, based on spiritual interpretation of God's word, based on social lifestyle, based on my traditional belief, based on my personal experience as a human being among human beings, not a dog among human beings. So I don't speak by heart. I speak by sense. But it is time for us to show people where power lies. And if you think you have power, let's play with power. What is it? That everybody is calling you. You have been banned. IGP is looking for you. He's going to arrest you. Are you serious in life? I mean, do you think? Obane miya. Empo se obaba po aware obi te se miyanka. Oba de oye no. Nanga se why don't me mop? E dey prepare o toilet mu because it will clean the place as an important, vital, tool in your house. Aden obi be ma master ejuma more than so many years am ma de me koko abre amete no abayifo amomiti so kache won se meti koko na abre meti brofo nyum bi wo ha yeto o say the word is a seed when planted waters grows to be great. You can be anything you want, can achieve all your dreams if only you believe. The word of God is here today, coming right at you. Will you believe it? Will you receive it? In the world where the seasons and times, this is my season. It's time to shine again. And he means so hey. Atija. I feel a Ghana for who part 2 of Nyama Yekoni and start kasa. Ya bekano krenu trodo. As a Nyama mo Kenya and no krani yeka. And some make Kenya as me church, and I've been responsible for my comments so many years. If anybody has issue with what I say, I am responsible. And Ghana for Obian to me banning me, Obian banding me. ABI His Excellency President, who is the owner of the country, to me say, don't talk again or the catch with 2 man when there laws. And no, you have the right to challenge at the law court because if you've not broken any law, who can stop you from talking? Freedom of speech, you know. Majiobi yere. Ana me what is say? You see, me obiri agoda ashe ne nyinse. Enu po dey say a gift. Obiri mam hu kwana me she ne nyinse, who say a gift. Ope Councillor Lutherodt, awo e won na busian. Aden. Enti afofo obian banding. There's nothing like that. And for those of you who are jubilating, continue jubilating because I will be there forever. Even when I'm quiet, my silent image will constantly speak. God Kofi and sama ya kano unyi na okotoa. A cow say, Councillor Lutherodt then a Canada. You have a boy Juma Manyankupon. I'm a Ghana and Kuala, Aomoba, Omasesa. I'm a nya walepa. And say, yes, my thing, Kuala Bebre, I won't do one mistake. Say, moi, you plan a war. Quote me. And Kuala Bebre, I won't do one mistake, say, employ a plan a war. And you person sad, you know, sucha. Sort must say, Trawa de Pahon. Mawaninji wa de Pahon. Ma nyama eku yu abrabo mu emma wunda ne obi adache no weti do nsa bo obo aka se mi wuna me koba me yiri me san wade ne biu mi kunu yi me san wade biu na Kofi fa microphone na ko abonten na ko check it. There are majority people who are married today. When you talk to them, will you marry your husband again? Me, when I meet this man, I will pass east for him to pass west.
Like I said, ebi ewo hosa meba I say nobody can, Councillor Mensukra, Millicent Nana Baden, Dixon William Edusi, depressed. Was say my dad was hard on me when I was a child. I dislike him then, but when I grew up, I see the great results.
Thank you.
Maabina Odifo and Oduwe. We love you, Councillor. We free Nana Hemaho. Was say I categorize you among the likes of Kwekumenu and Lewin.
That's okay.
I think comedy can help you.
That's okay.
Was it this man talks too much? He talks so much that he seemed to believe in his own. We free Sewa Bruni. Okay. Adonai Chika Albert say, yeah, most kids are mistakes. That is also another.
Oh yes.
Most. You see when you. I say
most kids are
in journalism.
No,
when
most.
you use the word most, it means you have basics. You have a sample size. You have whatever.
Thank you.
To be able to conclude, say
so
most.
Within our word, we have our own sample size.
Okay.
The people who we fraternize with.
Most
the
kids.
people who come to us. How many, Kofi? It's unfortunate. Let me put a question there, not to you. How many of us have had our parents sitting down telling us that before they impregnated our mother, this was the plan they had for us before we came into the world? If your father have done that for you, type and let's read. We came into the world and they are planning our life after.
Kofi Asantin Tim say, Councillor, you yourself, you were a mistake.
Unfortunately for me, that's why I went to my mother, because when I was born, growing up, they told me what I told. Was it you? I told what I was told to become, and that's what I become.
Okay, so it wasn't a mistake.
No, it was a planned thing that they want to have a son, and the son came. Like me, all my children, I planned for them. None of them were mistakes. What must I say? It's not priding myself, but when you plan for it, you work towards the plan towards the child. So the child cannot go wayward and stay there. But most children will redefine themselves when they go and do wrong things. Most of our celebrities were missing and they discovered themselves through their talent. Me, I was not missing. And then I have never backslided before in the faith to go back. Ever since I was put in the faith till today, I'm standing. I've never backslided before. You can see it as a pride. No, but I say this to the glory of God. Man, backside, also be black side. No, but I mean, yeah, and see what my brother. What must I say? Because there was a focus. Charity doesn't begin on media. It begins where? At home. And you say one bad nuts. KOFI, that's what?
That's saying,
it is a machine for Bako and Babonia. Missy was said, Mama Kelly. So, my survey is one bad nut, spoils all nut. And one good nut will bring the image up here. Because I didn't mean to say, I then went to a see George Lutherodt. So, see, or no auntie, na mayor, dear mayor. Are you okay?
No, I'm to as a scapegoat.
Are you serious?
Say if.
Then she's going to use me for life soup. And Obenu Nquina Manatrano.
Yes, to a scapegoat
or did me buy a life soup and no Manatrano. Oba Boasa, Miss Scapegoat. One punching a punching quine. One where be that? One din in tema eda.
Yeah.
Maybe that one in sentem. Masa, and you may a shas and crofom on my time was Usumayu. Okay, Edu baby, any crying soon crofon tease. See, I will be painting us wedding by diagram where in and not to some penance. Ye who be. Ya tenam konya so ankrofo age age gusu say ye tena so a meme ntimi nsori bio ene ye nam kwa ye nam ko banyina nyame ni ye nam ye ne bisadi nyina obeye nti nyabotre deminti nyajidi se nyame beye Obeyama say major director obotanti me ta hot say pepele unum pepele
Victoria also that the second Lutherodt hey you get mouth rough.
Well, I was created in this ministry to talk. I'm here on this couch to do what? To talk. So I will talk. And I will talk according to KOFI share me so many years you know. My bet now my kind book da. Enya ho maso KOFI me sua de tse jimi for seminars en fa me ho po me tueska kosua en fa me ho Islamic conference bi o mo ye na se me go tueska kosua.
Who qualifies to be a counselor?
You see, the qualification of someone who wants to be a counselor is what they have carved in a curriculum for them. That is a master's program for them when you study A, B, C, D. But anybody who goes through the Bible school to study, the Bible says in Psalm 1, blessed are those who doesn't take counseling from ungodly men. So when the fivefold ministry of God, a pastor must be a counselor. Per the ministry of God. That's a pastor. That's why if you check the fivefold ministry, the pastor happens to be the one that touches the heart of the people. So counseling is not a gift for those who are out there.
Because I've not been to a counseling school, but I do a lot of counseling.
No, before you met your father was counseling you, helping you to make informed decisions. So every parent is a counselor.
Okay.
Every parent is a counselor. The reason why the counseling profession is not fetching money for us in this country is because at the end of the day, I studied African traditional religion. Behind the scene, you know a lot of things in Croft. Obi to me, you're confused. Nirewu, the see uncle, Mechia the uncle. Obi kwa wadi ase chair the uncle. Ebi mo ware crab obi a odin bema na chikra ye see opede wo. Because ye ko wade a ye we won Crofo esoma won. Enya danfofo de ko wale o. Ah me hwe me bebisa nsem bi we se wo so ka ho bi. Ukotwa video bi wa wale bi ase abrante bi na mo oye busuani ana oye ex-boyfriend, Anna or your ex-mate, I know you then. Per the rumor that went on. Maybe that's awesome. I said, what are they buy?
Or they be me channel like.
Now, when who, brother Sam no you?
Yeah, brother Sam.
No, you're family member of Nayas, and I'm Nayas Guru.
Or your family of the new family.
No. We should be sure with marriage. There are only two families that marry. And our brother Samia Samni buy, and you been to Buga Sam, okay. Say, Becca say, Nayas, any in the Supuku. Okay, so mun talk am. You see mpratwe bi okay say asem.
There be Nayas na nkasa kra kan na ware na se ni nua be ma brother Sami.
Ni nua ne Sami.
Oh, say nye nua asin nua ba.
Enti na opeden wa wade na se.
Oh, wata na chi.
Ota hwan chi.
Ose mo de mo anu aka se o ne ne kra twempena anye no kra.
Na so obi antumi nka se me ni we atwempena oni mi ada. Obi antumi nka. This is obi o kan bia otinye papa. Enti dodo na da me kan say sameti awade na se wo ho no sunsum wiase no ye wan go be ma ne ba no ono go fa be ma ne ba
So was it wrong?
na ya senso ba be ka say yenda brother Sami asem no to ne ka wa ne bibia bre no. Are we serious?
Oh, ankasa on the tonic ka wa ne bibia.
On Adum FM entertainment hall.
Ose Sami ne talk ka wa.
Ose yenda brother Sami asepa ono boom ne to ne ka wa ne bibia.
What I know ne say ose brother Sami ena fe obo brother Sami edin say omo ka ho na ma odihia ne kunu.
Ose ombo ano to. He said it on Adum FM. Sami boa it's live obi an go hwe Adum entertainment hall. Nyama bi wo say ngofo hu the value of counseling. Asna be wa no hia kasa kire se na bi a nyama bi a ye nka. Eni ye ko abusua wade a efia wade a ye wo susum e ba o enti enye obi akeke ne friend ho. There are only 2 families that marry so. Oba na chifo. Be ma na chifo enti wo se wo ko ware na afra me a. Me nya abusua ni me ba ho a ye hu mi se me ye obema na chifo. Asa. So we should be careful.
No, to Sami, brother Sami should not have.
Who is Sami to Nayas? Or is he to the man?
Oh, you're not damnful.
So Adamfu na unna ma wade nim to say wona wage ata so. I mean who? Awade bebre o wa enye ye enti ase o, but because we broke the protocol and the process for it. Awade enye movie o. Me Nayas an ugo twa ye ba no. Saturday or can entertainment review so say hall so say enye movie na ya wade na ansana
maybe sa no
ansana me gidi bio say I am pass
maybe sa omo ewo industry no nyina omo ba bi nyina and they all said say enye movie
Hona make say oh so get it you not get the right results you can get the results but it will not be the right result etina me too say no this is your season no it's time to shine again. Everything has a season. They say oye na no pa oye na wi a wa ka akiri. They say oye na wi aye na enyum na wa ka akiri. They say oye na enyum oye na no pa wa ka akiri. Enti ade bia wo mre ade. Enti ye kire ade a I've never forced anybody to take what I'm saying. But because I'm convinced it's the truth, because I'm convinced it has worked, because I'm convinced traditionally it's acceptable, I'm convinced spiritually it's acceptable, biblically it's acceptable, socially it's acceptable, scientifically it's acceptable, I am so strong to stand and say it, said the American KOFI, nobody has banned me, and nobody can do so. I've not violated any rule governing what I'm doing as a pastoral counselor. And then I catch or say, a didn't buy on the sets.
Okay. So
I carved the name counselor. Now get counselor George Lutherodt. And it was not helping the brand. Nee, counselor Lutherodt. As a brand, it has come to stay. I think I made it. Now be for sorry. Ma some my bed do mechi. Wa unu nsuo e betrawo. U jare nsuo. Fi. U sudaya. Efunadeka. Onto we sua nyansa se. Obi ba on kanwa. Men kan. Ma kanwa enye bone. Enkrofo me kanwa. Na me nka adwuma me start here wo. Me nka asema ni badwa me nka bi o. Ena me bana mbisa masema enfa me ho. Se bebere sisi wo mbisa me nka. Na wo bisa masema mo mo na sunsun ko se me nka. Obu akra me ka. Enti KOFI. Enkrofo amanoni. German fo ya ide ni di aman abren ya award. CNN mu nyina me foundation directors mu nyina obi aye confused. Foundation am set here no. Me hwe nyame hira wo ne nkrofo ade na ade bae do na ade bae no nyankopon ko a wow ejuma me say hey nipa na ade bae nyame hira no why
elder nini
if I didn't set up this foundation that I heard it clearly say set up will somebody bring this to save the life of people who came for it yes start a clinic we have free volunteer doctors diabetes doctor dietitian, any nurse, Dr. Bako Crab and the nurse are called for training for diabetes clinic. You have a jinkrofon kwa. Way, enti na nyankopon di yegina ho. Now be sore yi mafio, owu obi antumi nkumi, untumi. Ole ade. Bobi tuer, so bobi tuer me wu me kwara mwa. Mi wala sao. Me wana sa weke ye wi mi wuda ba mi wuni ma no din sa no If you kill me, I'll kill all your generation. I will do it. No, I will not temper justice in this.
What's some man in the back generation?
Kofi. Upa kumyo chana shedi bis. Na catch on say me will before the time they are studio obi amba have you. This am go turn news to.
What better ha?
Obi tena ha te say sha better na sama tena na so.
Stubborn ghost.
Kofi ye titi nipa saa adana Ghana for yem pay yedie. Ye adwuma saa nyame adom. Nkrofo ya age won no omo sen nkrofo enye nne. Ye nkrofo free radio so. Eka se me dia sedama nyame se papa we asem yo kan ya me fa ABC. Ya ye nua ba na nsen ya Father's Day the Troy o kan ya me kan am drink ko akiri. O say diapers are more expensive than condoms. If you are not ready to be a father in the life of any child, use condom because diapers are expensive. Yvonne Nelson.
If you are not ready, true.
Buy diapers. Condoms are cheaper.
You agree?
That's the same thing I said when she disappointed me in getting pregnant. And I was very disappointed. You know why? She was one of the girls I was looking up to make me proud. She's not my family member, but I look at her like unique among all the other people. I didn't want her to join the B1, B2 congregation. Because I met her several times on set. She loves her legs. She has something that she admires about herself. And she has people who are following her, looking up to her. So can she do something right? That's why I spoke. But now she's gotten the picture. I read it. I'm saying, see, c'est in futuro. And sakrawa. So, mahe, nebe sakra. Ye jaka sa Kofi. Centro na media and kanaka say a fizzle out there. That's all that. But no correct. And I repeat here, Hunda. Nancy and I'm trust in business. Yes, we catch us say in video no. Video be here, you see they are China and they are translating America China. And the man no corner translation ko chongo ching video bang. Don't marry a poor man video. We are translating the China. And if you find somebody having sex with your wife, and it's why they call Chinese. So even the people in China and India are now understanding. I think most of my followers are from Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone. That is where I have calls from. They call America. So they make catch up. Most of our Ghanaian women, they are not married. They are only there cohabiting and suffering. I spoke the truth. And a lot of them have changed their mentality now. Some homes are changing now in America. Men are becoming men. Because Ghana, especially Cecilia, we are into serious depression. Is that catch up? Depression. This is better than a year so cry. Ne yiri ni yi na ye, oyi eduro bi aye. So what say?
Na dwen say eduro bi na ye.
Say yes how cow, ube bampa so a. Hi, go fi wa for wedro no. Until that's why suhum sawa egeko na dwen nyina say ye eduro di abo adwuma ma wo ehia be so ben hia eduro yaka. So depression. Enti me ka se uti kuromu na empema graduro ye ton na ekosoro a ma emba uprim se bibi koso abaya iba ye girl ye friend say mama Gio said dem ba gidigidi hwese na nkrofo agebo no so e ma se omo pedua ye wo hu yi esise wo kai se na se yare wo mba hu wo kuromu pa enti obi de ba ya agenkwa eyirim ni nyama ese ye 200 mo yeti kuromu ha obi die ni yakoya bay. People are living in a state of denial within the grieving therapy. We've not even found time to grieve with them. Me transnam catch police na ye bo ni tu mami na ye bo tu on the shop room. She needs serious counseling so that she can come back to her place because her shop will become a dead shop. Me ti wo show na me kan me got in and say mami na bag out abeka say the time ye bo tu wo ho no obi am pese beto ade wo ho onye sika emfa hwe ne mba no oyo kunafo a ni kuna weja no obi am ba shop mbo obi these are the jobs we need to do, not write to IGP to look for Councillor Lutherodt.
Also you think you call we know Takrade missing girls no the mother is looked okay, but you see the letter psychology I mentioned sometimes obi o ho a se pay ne bro so power sere.
Yes. We call it the 5 stages of grieving. I mean, our monthly review, now we talk about grieving therapy. We have 5 stages. Somebody has even expanded it to 7 stages. So bargaining with the reality is not true. No, it's not true. It's part of the stages of grieving the loss. When your mobile phone, you can't find it immediately. There's a reaction that comes to you. That alone is a heart failure process. A mobile phone feel no. I didn't feel when I am show. Baby crowd on the phone and done in chain pen and the machine say what? Yee! I didn't hear. Near Saka. Over kind won't kind or you're in Saka. Or by punchy post. So mobile phone crowd seriously. I don't own phone. Menu they use phone. Now so I do afa. We download the BBI post corner. So KOFI will help people live well in this country and beyond. Ghana has a product.
And Takrade, and what should they do to the family?
You see, the first thing is that the family is in a state of denial.
Sure.
And I believe that the police, there are some processes that the police might have done that could have saved some particular issues. So I'm saying, DNA invented in 1983 was meant for the military. So that after war, we can be able to identify people. So it was not meant for marital issues. Okay. So that when you are alive, the samples that we use to... Oh, kafra. See, I net you, yes, and I to say, kafra, make a cheap. Bus near canning in a brofu. But DNA na can ask them no. No could a woman say, ma so ya for asra for echo in sem ana assembly si. You say I identify Crawfordian and Mumbra family so no munyo mulam sam and whatever it is. Nothing I more so for identification. And I do one nipane ashia ya denko and mean shit. There are some things on a human being that okay, so it means me who are alive, it means this way, it means moja ye. Until when you get a decomposed body, bibi sa near the qua, then near the quacoye. The family need counseling for them to know. Say then, DNA can be say we need to counsel the family because some time ago, no, na hospital, name tag and born inside. And there were a lot of children that were replaced, not deliberately. Yeah. And in Kwalebi, thank you. Kwalebi and later and go for me from a chimney. So, as a majan ko DNA, make us a monko. Me try to be so I said, Mr. Monko, you. Me can be an a chim coin and any Diana Cesiano. Adding Unta everyone say that crack in our relationship. So DNA is not meant for the married. And to Kwako you will be a DSN. One, it could spark a whole family thing because say you give papa na DNA papa na yedeshe. And see you give papa na de ko. Ana papa na busiani bibi de ko. Ni e ko na de korara yede ko na mbobra. You might have negative showing some pa enye ho na fi. Enu chesa de ni yire na fa de chi ana. So even the DNA self from the beginning was supposed to go through some process of counseling for the families to agree, said this thing is going to be done, and these are some of the challenges that will come. Number 2, I believe, when the results came, the first group of people that we were supposed to talk to were the family, because the dead body under the law in Ghana belongs to the family. Yeah. So what sample was taken? How long was the decomposition of the body down? This is where the scientists will come in. Say body action 3 months, 1 year, because there could be a wrong lead. Say microphone could be that. What must I say? So there could be that. So let's establish the fact that their acquiring the date and everything could be the person. So let's do a tour. Man, I love the way they were waiting. We are trying to get a tour this thing. So they might do a tour, but like I say, the communication between the families alone is part of the grieving process. So they will not hear the announcement on radio or on TV. But they will be part of the present. You solve all the grieving things around because the family have lost. Yeah. Ghana have lost, but it doesn't pay me like the families. Yeah. Because it's a direct contact in grieving the loss. So you deal with them. Uni omu nyina be kan wie no manyati anse. Yenji dia, yen fan tuja. Me catch another part of the legal part. Enkrofo na achi wono mo court because omo ku obi mba. Ena enkrofo na wo de sample na aba na se omo nji ntumu se omo mba. So can you prosecute them?
Yeah, semo.
You understand that thing? It's another dimension in law.
So nya serious lawyer bi kra na no so betumi akoya asem.
Go enkrofo na wo say meku womba no almost say dia de buy enyo omba no no mma ne wuye
me so me say dia okun no na dia me kun no ni
na me say no dia enyo omba no meku won no so you can charge me for murder but not for these children So adena ye kuremu, and it's just because there's some gap of counseling therapy that must go with the people. And the reason why the Christian counselor is more powerful than any psychologist in the world is because they have God factor in the thing. Kafra. Deti ame. Adi ame suya. Ni nyame sama me suya no. When him DSN in clinical psychology with masters and professorship, nature say, me I have the God factor. So me share cremonia we suya cremo sema. Me nim sana me ni di nkomo. Me share dinsi me. Ejuma me ye. But me fi radio so me share dinsini a onya broken heart da. I was shocked.
Ada dinsi for no onya broken heart.
Oh, so na power so wo nsem. Na girl be show me. Dinsini a show. But me ne kasa sama because they do baby no. Na onu emu on person ye bibi tia girl no. He Kofi nyama ya boa Ghana ye guso ye wo. Ye won crofo o marketer crofo picture o me ka duro so o ma frame o ma san wachi. Me nkan fa ho wa me ho. Na nye radio ni TV so aye tena kan kan crofo ekun crofo bebre. TV Africa be ya sechi. Akwa bi ye so ofre. Masa de girl bi aye me. Na mi panipa o. Wa di misika suan di pam. Se si a so on pe mi bi o. Se mi kunu a mo ye boni ana on live TV. I spoke to the guy. Today, the guy is better off. When kunu wanya hwe. Nancy and Dr. B catch him. And I do a lot of referrals because of maybe I do a lot of referrals. Maybe I'm here. I refer people to lawyers. Because I am not a lawyer. So be ban or can ask them and say where can we any advice no here. And then yes, kebi no tuamea. Me didn't call the appropriate courtesy. Sima ka Charlie. Ni pay asemi. Buano legal way no me buano. Emebusi. E wonu ebusi amatena ebusi mu. Enya homaso. Ena adwuma na me ye na ye kire invite as ye ma yete ase say you have to practice under the oath of secrecy and privacy. Sana nyankopon adwuma ne tie. And if you go and see anybody who has done counseling and he has a God factor, you are better off. Quote me anywhere than anybody using classical conditions and models. Nyame be shia papa o kire ade ye. Reverend Professor Samuel Hibadonyo, Papa ne chire ade ti say, ye moa. Be see ene oguso chire ade. Monthly refresher courses. Ade bi obesua bi o chire ye asofo ne say yesu ensua bi na say na nipa da say dey. Enti Kofi takradi girls no, they need serious counseling, and I believe that they will need not just clinical psychologists. They will need pastoral counselors. The whole family. They will need pastoral counselors because they will have a faith. Do you understand? So there is a faith element. So they don't need just a clinical psychologist to come and see their classical conditions and see, their DSM-4, DSM-5. No. They might need more of the spiritual things which are biblically oriented. Near they are done one. Nyamia some. Ghana better because of a software. Microphone come man microphone come atom ye menti no mgusu Ghana uhwe kwasia de bia ye kwa sorry ba Ghana sesan o unim say so for GCK fi sorry mba ho a e ma sorry ban kran share tena krodum yie kura sen. You know why? Yet me fresh nyankopon be sesan o shabre na wotwe mu na wote ho hwe den na wo nsam sesi a one see the before bre nyankopon. The faith element in it keep the person's spirit in a particular atmosphere till the next week. You don't know what the spiritual things are going on. You don't know what we are doing to help the country. TV so I me the fear. When I can say maybe 2 rounds and I mean kwan e they say me rounds ne ba down. Oh. Now what they back from?
To say what to me
first now can actually so at 6. See I mean could have 2, 3, 4, 6 nenko. Where 2, 3, 4, 6 number.
At the age and I said
say me knew. Bible say remember your creator in the days of the youth. No when you say you have no pleasure. Me here do no pleasure. My better. See I don't put me fifi. Ejuma ya ni penti. Ni papa ku benti na mti TV so. What do I say? Eti Kofi, takradi girls never ye hiam mo ama wo. And I may a friend remember wo.
The parents. No.
Oh, my many from a boy. Cause it was no bagawaya. Funny if I say Ghana for 60% are witches. Funny face.
Oh, no, funny. 60 style. Yeah, 60 style. No, the definition of witches, no.
Oh, the second of everybody are before. Now they go for a young man before. Which is anybody who doesn't want any good thing to have is a witch. And to be a chief, you cry a chia pra on pra or before. That's Obi on pay obi ni nyonkwe the crab mentality of Ghana. Oh, frani achoma from. Oh, frani achoma from. What are we doing to us? And Kofi, we will help them if they need our help. And like I say, one of the good things about counseling, each say, when people have no desire for you to counsel them, you can't force counsel on anybody. That's why you can't counsel on radio, because it is helping people to make an informed decision. So the person will have to have. And so nyasa at the end say me per se. Me ni obi kasa. Ghana phone tuya o. Opobi de na kasa. Me telephone to me ring you obi kasa keke. Na bibia oh papa me da se. Me ni wan kasa nkan kan man tia. Me see UTV so. Last 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Yeah, can say me na me ka say. U tata u kunu ko he. E na hwan na ne kasa no. E na wa che ne sa nya wa begu. Nye sa na ye na me bi frɛ ene ani suo. I became emotional on TV. I see when tia de we ankanaka ko ogu na wade. But the chopper kese common we asisia. We no ye. That minute we save a marriage that is collapsing. Obi ni kuna ko hye nyensen. Enne ejuma amaye enne e wasempa. Ena koka ofia wade na se wakobu de ahye ne nyensen no. Obu ni wie nansen ya ye ne se ne ho mfa na ko hwe no so anyem bi.
Ai.
Ena ni kunu si opam na mse maame. Wa anye ni ye. Be ma no so anye ni ye. Ena mka se be ma bia ni obate makanda. Na nyensen ti na o twe na emba jana wale na ko ware bu fro be wo ma. Ben tete no. Maame. De wa ye no fra busuafo ni mpanyifo. Ni enko pa wuri acho. Se wa anye ni ye. Se woni hu kwan se ko bu wura mpona. Get the crack or was a police station is ya work with them. A assault. Now me can't travel radio so. Send it will be live story serious. Now me come meeting. Na nipa ne frame. Na me park my car. Saw me air condition say my ye. Na me tie na asem. Na me in charge just the next 2 hours in the afternoon. Frame in the shoe. That's it. Na me shroud. Na me car say me move. Na metwa kwan ye kom wura ho wagya bibia manaka na wo he wonama ye den minya mo ba moni ma wana a wonya mi nhira wo mintie wo da ele na mintie wo ma ekua. You see what God does? Enti na bay for na sorry o msi minja kasa no obi minja na o minja china o me ko prison kra me wo prison ho. Because me kai say me call prison ministry, me would inside na boys next day. Well, say counselor, I was shocked. I was shocked. I didn't know even the boys there cry me. And tell me call her cry, me go counsel her. But ain't do her, ain't see that. I said those that must be removed so that we will see the favor of God will be removed soon and very soon. Watch the power of God sweeping. Prior be now. Epra and Kofi. Takwade for ebe police one police na ebo ni tuo no.
Yeah.
That gory picture. We need to the whole community needs to be, and yeah, akronfo nke kene say eche won. We need to surround the people and help. Akwana of our police nitra ni moche nechi na okuwuye no. That guy needs serious counseling, especially from the religious perspective, because mojashewa there what there's no ambulance in the place. And now the police need to nechi. That thing I watch was a me share there because me watch it. It was a miss me dead body. And now some people say, what is the strangest dead body that I have seen that has shocked me? Now me money who if he needs to be seeing it. Me start here Juma me start here Juma first place I me Juma mortuary. If we be buy be seeing and me can't grab them and so. Girl be fe ne ho fe Be see enemy sure baby I know of a sabiunda. Dead body near that hono. Who say we? That's we. Then a kuno mortality. Okwa so. And female so. It is one of the most painful dead bodies I can't take off. Me obiti pie and hame. Obi na buno we hame. But to see the girl lying down. This is why I don't joke with pregnant women. And this is why I don't want anybody to allow herself that any stupid guy will put you in a family where it's not ready. Because that small minute, you know, you're warning. One day I made me swan slow. Every birthday and I celebrate DVD for my wife. Because that moment, you know, it's a small period for you to die. It is not the safety of the doctor. It is not the smartness of the midwife. It is some small experience there. Because it is the mreba pa nipa jina nipa so. Me say me jina girl no ho sa me jina no ho sa obi ka say then dead body na pen me jina no ho sa me jina ho say sa me hu dia me nya me ho uhwe body na da ho no onpo no ho ono onye tuntum ono onye kokko but the way she's lying down we wunu ne hu ntwae bibia mbae just say okwa wo so na wako enti ya ye hu efu no so ye nkasa eson ye nkasa ina nyama ye hu no enya ahomaso kofi ego we bere hu bi sa de kakra be fa wani ase wo besra ye no ye hu de ku nipa ye hu de nipa emrentia wa bim na okọ enti ye bade ye kasa sebio enya ahomaso enye ti wifo ne etma se kasa ne to de bia ye be ken bi de ye futu mo se djuma ye ne ntimi bodin na obi de sia yetimi ka e de bu obi enti na awia we just 11 o'clock this morning we have saved a problem yes story aye kan ye later kra mi bi se kra se na de ofre me no was similar story na nyo nupo the story na ye direct obi de e de bae obi process for abi obi de e na ni gya be fie ni kru e de a che no her things are back into the bedroom. Osi kwesi adoma ko dase. Na bunya nka me ba be come ho ko dase. No fa me nkyire ne sofo. Se me na me ye. Enya ahomaso. Enti nipa sei, uti se wato asase wato asako amamia. Be si dan na ma kyerɛ w'anim. Thanks be to God. Don't mind shit.
Girl na sem na o kan na edu fredu a.
Yeah, ben.
De no
we na we no.
So wama anhwe ye anyumere kwa kwatwa bi.
Okay.
Wama na ira. Unse bi o.
Oh, once a while come.
Bi we open motivation bi akori.
Akori bi eju o fa mi wa akori.
Obi timi he obi poster sa.
Oh, yeah, na nipa no we said sa poster na di twa bi could be a long picture. Bakofi. Yeah, we see dead people. I respect human beings because Charlie ye jin kwani fu nsema wa ho. Me hu nkrofo si ye dem go theater omo kasa. The next minute na omo ko. Na me time me wo baby aye igi awo no otumi ba obitumi ba no kita prophet bi picture e da ne yefun so she's going through the stress if we say you twa no or see prophet ne say memma yin fa second twa no so she's holding on to the picture and praying say delivery beba me a yan me say me counseling wo kolebu ejuma me ye no na so enkrofo adi bu ma me say sofo no ye frɛ me enkrofo more than 50 million ma kasa ma ya gi wan gi wo mba ejuma ne yefrɛ yen o oh ye do small yen ejuma as a change agent in the country until obi obetata yen bia no ye de na chi beka fom ye bia asama do pon na to ho obi on tie on pese ejuma me ejuma beka so bia no fiti ene ko ye bia asama do pon na to ho so next year ye betum next year September 19th se me bie so next year September 19th.
Nana do now say kwakonom bi no say enye we ne keke but the same thing etwo na ere and you know ama
so such a person needs to grieve their loss na saying obi odi na asemba me so obi a ni kuna wo ntimi ware obi a nim de ntia ohun no ni kunu ti o say no say ni tikun ka say ni ti pa no so nobody knows about it but on it one I say hey Charlie, why am I having headache straight ahead she gets a flash. So nobody has even spoken to her after it. You one pie man ye jan. And to me, it was KOFI TV. It was KOFI TV no share. People always say, "Where me feel around me?" Share KOFI TV no friend say, "Me sure obra KOFI adi na so." We ne ha me. My bomb pie sa enko. Na me say me share. I'm not ba na tena se di nkomo. Na de yesunsun de no. Me man ye. De ehunam de no na man ye. E na me no kasa be kasa se Nyankopon ni onyam. O se ekọ. Somebody must talk to losing your wife. It's not easy.
Consultant, osofo a ono na yirada. Na ni so tie no. Onyane na yire na oba na nyane. Oba na afri mu. Over some time na nkura ni senti osan ware. Till now anadwo bia osori.
You say yire ewu ara.
Ehwe se oba na te ase a. And eda o ka kire me, Charlie. I was trying to put myself in his shoes. Say, Charlie,
it's a state of denial. He has not finished grieving the loss, and he has brought another person into her life. You finish grieving your loss when you lose the mobile phone. It's not just say Google, Gmail, our account. You have to mourn the loss of the mobile phone. Me, we have my laptop. Me and son at the same time within the same month. I have to grieve the loss of the mobile of the laptops. Me grieve I'm say 2017. I didn't see 2013. Me grieve 2017 as I me finish grieving the loss. Because laptop me co school we were China me buy. Me sika nyina na me the year laptop me buy. So it was a customized laptop obi afa. My boni pani dua sa on famba. My bomb pie sa on famba. So I arrived at the point say I will not see it again. That is where I came to acceptance after 2017. So every loss must be grieved. Software or the empire of fame. And so here grieving. No, there one day, one shot, what women are yere. I do sorry. Usube work shame ana. And I want sure that so close obey. So everybody needs to give the loss. That's I mean that make our house a cheap palago mumbuano. Once I make an asem say bonsam jema wa bono. E betima esunsu munyo na so mo anhwa no aso ye hye ne na ase. Because depression it ho po na so bi so be bonwuma tias na nyumbe na kwa na bono that's na more tete na sa
strangely mama say wa tire was now everyone loves him wow mama say was na tio counselor kasa no or kasa at a point I won't say na kofa shase that's true oh wow no see this one
we only need discerning listeners you know we need discerning that's what I like Joy FM say so descending listeners you have to discern
KOFI is it Swallow say KOFI just ask him to take the title counselor off if it is not certified and comment on issues as just a social commentator. It's a form of impersonation and a crime. KOFI, I know a lot of evangelists who are not evangelists.
Unfortunately for me, let him understand that the counselor is a brand. That's one. And even when I graduated, I think Menkoji is an advice if I decide to use it. But it's a brand. It's a registered brand. So who can share me timeline? So I mean sure maybe as a licensed counselor. I mean sure be that. Osha is a gazetted reverend minister and speaks on relationship issues according to his belief, and so people say he's a control. That's if you go and check my timelines. And he, Bema, and yes, a dear to see I cap I beton. I shoe I beton. Yame boy, my mobile phone crab back counselor, Lutherodt mobile phone, Nina Bekruma. And I feel no, we are not violating any law. We are not violating any law.
All right.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned.
David Bonnie, see me, Mr. say, Adoya Cafe boy, 3 laptops per white.
Charlie said, oh, Bema. First one, I share boot na me fi Joy FM kwa ho machi me do fi na small boy. Me sure boy ni say small boy boom me can no fa de coil. And me pen drive ni me books. Man, I 68 different books. Or the nyina coil. That be J. Or the nyina coil. Next one no so no. Na esi ye sitting we hold the say hold the mafia. Esi sitting room. The ba be abu awura ni akofa e de akọ.
Justice Ortega say
KOFI bisa Yahoo boy asem.
Mr. Counselor say grieving loss na o ka no. Waka enene de he.
Say obi bi ehwiri bibi a ese wudi ho abobo yen kase enya hwe ye obabi ese wusu KOFI imagine say abaye be watena ne ho so saa 36 years afina when you obi obeware no Bemo share na di 42. No wale no. Awo mba. Bema ne yale. Yekoye moja hwehwemu a. Abaye yi a obi ade ne ho kan ne dan. Sa yale boni yi a ye nyina ye hunya ho aduru a professor anya bia ye guso abubu kakra kasra bi pen yusu. Onya HIV. Why? Can you forgive yourself? Onye mpema grow down. She's never had sex before. She had already 36. He married a man at 32. So she stayed as a virgin till 32 years. Her encounter when he met a man. Now she's HIV positive. She can't forgive herself. She's too religious. The man is too religious. The man is still living, say, I am not positive. And that's even a burden to the man. No clinical psychologist can save such a person. Except a pastoral counselor who uses God's word to convince people like this with scriptures. So in Crawford, so you grieve the loss. Obi ene mi ba o show ya boys na wo circle overhead down. Ebi nso wo akramo ho. Na adwen aba mi team no. Adwen bi a ene esi yanka. Echirem ye beka ye be mudimbone. Kofunu ndi omo ye. And let me say it's a security alert. Anytime you are driving and you hear people say, Masa ota, don't open your door. Either they sit in the car to attack you or they carry your back from the back. Or be in the laptop 2 back seats. And 2 years, sir, call it, press it, now be no, na ba kwe be a door no. Omo ya kwa ni bi. Obo akwa ne car say na me start. Me na ka me ben kan de na tare car ne kun. Aden. If you say ebi si wo mani so. Me ne my wife KOFI. O kita me phone on N1. Ye kasa. Traffic no ma na the glass no what what top. Ena akwa ba ko be gira ma na obi sama be mobo obi sama de. Ena me ru tama me ru na ba ko so gina say. No ye madam say me say. No hwem phone me na me yiri inyam. Ni rain feed. Any time I want to come here do her no road glass now. Air condition was so in this so you need to counsel her after that. And that moment, you know. And your phone or GN. But some of them in some bomb you hear for G phone. When Janin so shut up. Or Jinakano, it was a thick traffic any fear. So that was a big loss. And it was my phone. Look at the confusion. Everything of mine is on that phone. He has shimmer and film in some. Yes, shame for my wife and some. Or roll glass ne down the G. So the process alone of grieving the loss is great. This can spark confusion between me and my wife. But thank God for counseling. Thank God that I know what is grieving the loss. Thank God for something called euphotic that none of the clinical psychologists have studied euphotic therapy. Thank God for temperament therapy. Yes, grieving the loss. Me see my monthly review. No, patch of account. Abrantie intimate how to grieve the loss to come to the state of acceptance. You bet children grow for idea. No more. But what day ira? Obi great me lose ne girlfriend. Obi abrantie bi share ne boss obi ware no. Fiti da abrantie ne wu yo onye ne ho ade no ntumi ware bi. Usro so be date obi say o date na
girl obi there no there last and then na wedding. Imagine when na Friday. Wato ni ma ni nyina wa hye ne wedding gown ne bibia ahu se bibia ye okay. Omo a ofrefre omo ne na mfo beba nyina. Anadwo. Ena be ma ne friend say osre na aware no anopa no mo kwakoye but unfortunately Untimene and worry. Obana till date. Adia will change over who wedding gun. And I saw Betty say, Obi Koware.
Yamwa. Sankro for yinti. And I had the fatum who didn't come. Send a bay of who say, Emwa, Ewa Homano. What I say? The reason why Nkrofo say marital counseling, Naka Branche say, no girl in Casa Street. Because see, Hona Mekacho say, you are only qualified finally to say I'm a wife after the declaration of intent. Because that ye share dana ye can. It may be said, Beyonce, do you have any lawful reason why the two of you cannot be put together? Mumi enu nti saa mre na Branche to make us say, mempre. Enti Nkrofo say, you know, mo hia mmoa. What must say? Omo hia mmoa. Na wanya mmoa ne saa ehumbe woni se mpema agro kra ho touchma nkrobo bibiri hia mmoa e wo mpema agro enti na ye orgasm conference every year. This year 2019 Empire Bedwa Trade Fair Unique Event Palace 25th December. And this year a surprise guest so I will need you. I do bar fresh be baswa obeka nyanza semechire yen so ama ye nyina ye mpema agro ho touchma ma wa ibu ho a counseling problem. Obu ho pie kwa abonten ofa na yire echi a okoboja ho away matches no wini odu fie pa whole match no lose ohia counseling
obi comment on my say was Agnes Dan kwa say I thought this one is banned. This one this one articles ya you see you with the address
any write up I feel no see ade onyi obenyi asesa
Victoria who said that they say why will you wait till the day to stop the wedding craziness? Hey, Victoria, I say, lady not till now, or no? Just say,
no, but she has to give the loss and overcome it. So I go. But baby, this is all my engagement now. I go and mommy we, and mommy we, you know, because by then I me a branch and many leads. We say you no me endrun ibia or yeba sabasa. Again in him, ne mommy we keep you say what? Okay, you know ye di chair. No, I know me craving. I all can't say me. I can't any neighbor. Again no call you know. Obi a yen wale wo no call wikipi na sibi ogina guy na ni na obi a ne kasa unti no call say onum se no frɛ no kof say kofia kof please no sumu guy and no to no nkonwa num no wa hye high sa and am go fa na boni di na wonim se kofi o hye ayen ben sa ko ye den obekun bi baba afefe aden. That is where he got to know say Akwanishe. Or far car fear crapping back. Busy and Oshia no, I know you're black on side black or so she. And then maybe be sex therapy. Do the first assignment I mean a girl be you're molesting sexually. Now papa no molesting a heavy duty. No any press and on any die and on Sunday. From that day, no, or 34 na edi konsu no. Ofa no ye no obenya ne ho besane no agogo. Omri na chinsa bompaye sa.
No guys me 34.
Become show no so. We multi TV ba foforo no buy ne kasa ne hwe so we just me ne di nkomo sa ne say den na aba. And I'm go home say sana nokura bi wo ho a sunsum no bi anim nyame bie mani a yeko share ho na me ko boss so say say ni see na esi no ma me say time odi 9 echo 15 or then what for bit 9 no so no ye see ni see in your reverse say into forstically kakranka afi do timi fa de heavy de anwa gu bucket no of fire ne ho ansane no nyame adom sisi ano obi anya wale na nipa no po ye slim to say wa ne gu so sane because na kanya sanka dis onya bibi to say IBK heavy duty no IBK
David
uni my IBK
ayi no
kasapa IBK a branch and if you can see be heavy duty airbag ana kwa ndi asa akwa no odifo sa heavy duty for
ni like I say Kofi ask him enti the ban no it be useless ana.
Oh, I mean it's irrelevant actually. I mean we use the word useless because when it's not useful, it's irrelevant because nobody has licensed me to ban me.
Okay.
It's irrelevant.
Okay. Yes, so 34. 34 Bokiti. And that's all. Bokiti 34.
Let's see and go through. Let's see and go through.
Okay. Then you so one cassette Nayas already in Beguana.
Says Aden, Makasa.
Did you say Begu?
Makasa, young.
What's your one shirt? Anna?
Me see, young share. Now you go through process. Now what they need then we are blaming spirits and other people. But when you don't go through the right process, don't expect the right results.
Okay.
That's it.
No, but I remember you said, Nayas and Rena no kasa ye.
You see, no, no kasa. because nyama obeke kan nyina no and I knew akwani 2 years ago and I say one hwe na no kasa no one kasa na no kasa be ma on one kasa enya problem in their whole marriage. Yeah, I mean me poni no pan kan na me worry we your friend me kasa Kofi. Because you say obia money ka forte you adu na take ela. Nyehu mo friend is saying cutting.
Okay, say tentem hotel to a.
Wonya den.
You wouldn't treasure.
That's so. You leave sleeping dogs to lie. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't come in. I mean, yes,
okay. What does this do to Ernesto Poku?
The marriage.
What does it take or add or?
One of the things I seen is from day one, I never saw anything wrong with Ernesto Poku. All the wrong thing I saw with Nayas. Because Ernesto Poku never spoke. Nayas was the one making all the noise. He has deceived me and blah, 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 blah. But this comes to tell us, the deception you were saying, if 2 years you were with this man like you told us on Adam, then who was Ernesto Poku to you? Maybe say na same thing so also open him to fopa. Opa na wa no to nyuma. So it makes Ernesto Poku become more exonerated that say no, the problem is not Ernesto Poku, the problem is Nayas. So telling all of us that he was your all, he was the one that you were calculating and planning to marry, but there was somebody 2 years at the same time. Watch what you say, because what you say today will be used against you. Be careful. When you are in the mood, be careful what you say. So that's what I see makes Ernesto Poku vindicated. But I was not too happy when they had everybody's headline. And Ernesto Poku Nayas. Why can't you write Nayas? Does it mean her brand is so low that we can't remember her? Do you get what I'm saying? Obiatro and Ernesto Poku Nayas. Why? Why? What was the reason?
So you say my Jayadum. It me quite ye be no more introduce me. Oh, Kofi Adoma, where feel Adoma. So sometimes.
So it was what to remind us who the Nayas was.
Yes. So sometimes in journalism, no.
Cashing headline for reading Nayas and Ernesto Poku. But why?
But finally, it says to say
no say awari dia.
Oh yeah.
Na nye movie because say be sida. O ka say on this age no konkun san tokwa no. Na go focus wa Jimmy boy no ka say there later mbom say den.
No, this one was.
Oh no, Sammy. What say awari there? Yeah, ya mani trinkwa na onsua say me mo nkasa bio.
But finally, many ne kunu ne kasa, ne kunu ne kire say onfa oba oye novice. Ebe we no opo we na for be child ni suban. This one at least you know say this is
so this is a man with wisdom who is blocking conversation. You see your kasani nyansa say obi ko kasa e bi na ask cry we di nada. Say we na ask be ka je so Ernesto Poku di nada.
Yeah.
Na ask cry we di nada. We na waka so no the microphone your mother no pay. So he's protecting his territory. It's a wisdom talk. These are wise people. And say the dress no fear him fear. Yeah, fear him fear. Yeah. Ni fear no nyansa for home kasa because the statements of cancer there.
Yeah, that's right.
He's protecting his territory. Say why we that class is here or yemere. Sisi akra okwa kra ma tia kaje. What ma say here. And say na asinsu kasa no nyedin. Ka chen say me si onyedin. And so then home bomb crophobia or monkase ye. Omo nyina hia divorce association company. Enti mo for nko uchi won wo channels unti na mimbo ndi na means roading bo na so hu nipa America enti o memo nkasa why onye kache na ya se me se onye di memo nkasa interview hu aware why njai kasa
Hansa that say you are responsible for your statement.
I'm responsible for my comment but me ko me fa se da kase mu odu emma Council Lutherodt Foundation for nyina for diabetes and I mean that doctor and then the wife, Dr. Mrs. Eduama, and na pamfo nyina mo boy amaya diabetes clinic. Nyami shiramo. Kofi Adoma dan for o shipe nyama bre diabetes.
Elder Samuel Enini.
Nyami shirao. Ade na se na ebo ankrofo no. Yesrem ye hia glucometers. ye hia glucometers machine na ye dey ye sugar dey hia bi ye asthma for ni dey I say mo refi mu mbo a won kora mesrem inhalers ye hia bi me fa aseda kese mu oduma ya of friend the chairperson of Consolatory Foundation Dr. Kwesing, our financial director, Mrs. Gloria Kwesing, the vice president and the chief nurse for our asthma clinic ewo US. Me fa aseda ma Eddie Prestige Travel and Tour. Nyami shira no yede madam. Mr. Sumwa nyami shira mu nyina CNN. The man with the pink testicles. Nyami shira baby I will be the CEO of 3G Media. Nyami shira Ike. Nyami shira mu nyina. Mavis, the ginger is still there. Whether na nsesa kakran kakran. Munko ginger ni bienwe na nsesa mo shebre. Monso a wo hwa me a ye hia wo wo US a 862 571 3950 862 571 3950 ANZ account $1 bi ade mayen na wotwe bia mpo a ye beji aboa enkrofo mu bi wo a won tade dada enye se aye fin na wo mpe ba achrew aye outmoded Ike Mr. Ike Donko 3 wa we to our Bronx New York onim Ike dada ye nyina nim Ike well heavily gate I mean decoration man bema wo Moses and ma peno esra wo de nyama ne kono ho a o be breyen your chief patron Auntie Adelaide Quality yesra wo say papa bia wa ye yen bia ye fa kwanye nso adawase pa wa boa ye mpa don little mame ye dawase nyame nhira wo ene wo mboa boa bia ade ama yen bia no nipa bia wo mboa kono ho no ne nka nche o say nipa ne bo mpa ye ada nyankopon ase wo ko wonso a wo Ghana apeso boa ye no 0507 150 223 0507 150 223 yedi foundation flyer na to e Vodafone cash send MBB ni mboa no ni fa mboa nkrofo na ba doctors na ba no mtena se no mu ye free sa ye to aduane mo mu di ye maybe mu fuel send maye ni fa mboa won MTN mo
number na nkasa
MTN mo no eh
there be one number will be to me no wakasa
oh when me from house see any last one responsible for my comments but we foundation ni dey na make can see ano enye me nko na me 20 foundation ni dey momo dia ne ye 055 000 5077 055 000 5077 but me am te here I am fully responsible for everything I say on TV bi ase a member Kofi Adoma ho Kofi Adoma o ya Adoma na nso nyawa me kan on to minka 0277 609 644 0277 609 644 remember our office 25th December Empire Bedwa the Orgasm Conference 2019 this year your team here the sights and sounds of sexual intercourse for Jenny orgasm sights and sounds of sexual intercourse.
But you be say 055 no. Din ben e woso.
Didn't am say obenya me din woso. Registration yes. Okay. Because near the company register but and go through. Okay. But the money a buyer straight in your forward they call account no mo. Okay. Kitwa bia enso. Nyame nhira Kofi. Me da say I hope say all of you who want me to be banned and those of you who are worried I am banned and those of you who are still anticipating that they should change the style to bind me, may God bless all of you. When you say a prayer and you know your prayer is going to call God, then remember to do it for. But let's be careful. Say, "Yen fa we so, en ye obi. Yen fa we so, en ko kantokwa. Nyankopon wo soro no, obekun ye kon ama ye. But me de, maame no wo me no wawu. Ma ko ka kire ne say, ye tete me. Nti on sorry. No fa ni funu adeka. Ending nkrofo echi. Nti ye be a floodgate of death. Maame adaroma. Ama samanfo edi ehim. Di hwe wano no anka de yenka Kofi me da se nyame hira se wama ya clear air se na mo ha Kofi na ka me wanyi se me nkasa na afi de Kofi say message ni too much he's being blamed for bringing me and then what no pamcho BBNC bibia de di me so me ni obi anko ye why if there's a new anything e be ma mu nyina mwanya tinka
answer ya da CP but 28th of September ya 28th Mpacha Virginia High Life Radio Kente Dinner Dance no Momrana this year any mega because 10 years High Life Radio.
Jari.
And you know, we share 28th December. Frewa fire kusi mensane abe fast capito money from once see also here ticket.
Now we be on feature ho. Achi Uncle Bob nsam dem.
Kusi na any manager. What dey achi palago baba. I like to say kusi dey achi palago baba. This year so a High Life a bought live band ankasa. This year contain dance.
Abun sem jam live band.
Achi baba. I will not be surprised if kusi mensa dey baba.
O timi beto nyom. No. Don't do that.
Over live band.
No. Undu ho. Hey.
Debut. No, I keep palago or cast over live band. Don't go there.
Then I know.
Biscuit out to say it to me. FAC in the but I keep palago. When I keep palago, man, you know. And see, Mummy and Shia. Why? A bed the pa 28th of September, yeah, in Shia. Sounds on the 12th of October, and so Calgary, Canada. And also Asumedu, Francis Asumedu. My story. No, you never share your story with her. Musicians never, everybody will share his story.
October.
Yeah, October. And you understand, say, their life has not been easy. We shall all share our story. In a way to raise funds for Nipa Ewo prisons, our Ghana, and to come and support us.
And supporting our prison, you know, one day we don't go sit down.
Sure.
Kofi, we say Menganjo Chiao, Kofi Amwako, or Ting.
Okay.
As a Menganjo, and Frank MP. Was Mengam so much our partner. Piki or
Sure.
Uko, how you
McCoy, Mantimianco, who the wolf from Intimankaino, no, on the honor with Jamie.
Okay. I said, one could be a cross and not tears are not here.
Auntie Harriet, and a year Juliet Danso Butterfly, a church among more Columbus, Ohio. Wasiko, I will be waiting for you at the gate. Mate, your first pa, Victoria Ujadade. One babina, Obama, Bomodia, Ama, Woko say, Kofi, I'm waiting, Ewoka agree. Mate, Ebeshia or Calgary, 12th and 13th, yes. To your bottle of New Year 13th, near signed there twice, so I don't know, 13th no funds are near there, you know. Now, let's see, do that concert, America, New York. Now, one more bronze and our New York.
New York near bronze. I say, New York near bronze. It's a Ghana, you need man. Who come back and one bronze and so uncle? Yeah,
so bronze, yeah, so alcohol.
That's the feeling place.
Yeah. But first, let's say in crowd is Omoko.
They are part of the community.
Bronze before you know, but last, my mom will crave you. Uncle Forky can say bronze, I say in crowd. I can see a power to Bozing.
Subway in India. Subway in India.
And no more. To moon spray or moon como.
They be in Kumo, they are pets.
Ow.
Bibi amaku ogro. Abromo go dey down.
Maybe that's in Canada or more.
Mommy a pet.
They should give them food to die.
Oh, they go there. Yeah, bazo.
Baba bronze. E kure bia me hu obi akele.
So bia London. We are no idea.
Yeah, for why? Yeah,
come why.
KOFI TV. KOFI TV. No clear.
Champagne Tires UK. You pay any company or 5 branches. UK. Your tires have been tested, examined. Your tires need quality. Your brand new, any home use. Your size 10 to 24 inch. Open in bulk and also in container. And also be found information. No place order no. You best ship in now, bro. Any assistance be out here with them habons no. You be wow. Champagne Tires. Any brand be out no. You be nyama. Champagne Tires. We are the best. Champagne.